Good morning, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of the How Do We Get Home podcast, a place for absent minds. I'm your host, Alexa Verduzco, and I'm so happy and excited for y'all to be joining me here today for my very first podcast ever. You know, I've always listened to podcasts, and I've just found them so entertaining to listen to and even watch sometimes, and I've always wondered, what is it like to actually have a podcast? And you know, with all this extra time now on my hands, I figured now's the perfect time to do so. You know, I'm not too sure what's to come out of this or even how long this is going to go for, but all I can tell you right now is that I am filled with such high hopes and optimistic energy, and I know it's barely my first episode, but I am already having so much fun with it, and I'm so excited for where this is going to lead to and everything like that, and I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys enjoy this podcast as much as I enjoy making it, and I promise that it won't only be me talking. You won't have to hear me blabber on for hours at a time. This is just an intro episode, so I thought it'd just be better if it was just me for now, and then in the future, of course, I will have a bunch of guests. Just some quick little PSAs also. I know this is not a full-on fancy little production we got going on here. I don't even have a real mic. I mean, I ordered one, but I was just so excited to start this that I couldn't wait for it to come. So even though we might not have the best setup yet, I hope you still enjoy it. And as I go along and if I keep doing this and everything like that, of course, I'm going to upgrade my stuff. But I don't think it really matters whether I have $1,000 equipment or not. As long as I'm having fun with it, that's, what really matters. Another thing, I really just want to keep this in fully unedited podcast. It puts less work on me as well as just gives you everything that I say. I don't feel the need to take things out. I mean, I might re-record some things like that, but for the most part, I just want to make this unedited and, really just have fun with it and say what's on my mind. So with that all said, let's get into the actual podcast. As I said earlier, my name is Alexa Verduzco. I am in my second year of high school now, and it's a little bit different than I imagined. I'm sure it's like that for a lot of people, but overall it's been going good. It's been getting a little bit easier now that we've been in school for a while. And yeah, that's basically school for you. To describe myself, I would say that, I think it's really hard when you ask people that question, actually, because do you run the risk of saying what you think about yourself and maybe for somebody to disagree with you or see you in a different way, or do you just stay humble and hope that people don't think you're like high over your head? I think it's a weird question, but at least for me, I would consider myself to be a nice person. I consider myself to be positive. I always try to find the good in days and people. I always try to just look on the brighter side of things, and of course sometimes those brighter sides are harder to find, but I just feel like I'd rather smile for a minute each day than be sad for the rest of my life. So that's basically the way I think about it. And I just always just like to start off my days on a good note. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I have really bad days and I just, want to get them over with. But in the end, I remember the better moments way more than I remember the sad ones. So that's it. As for things I enjoy doing, I've had a lot of them. I've played the ukulele, I've played guitar, I used to skate, I've tried baking, which wasn't the best idea. I did hand embroidery for a long time. I even tried pottery for a minute. I'm kind of just really interested in a bunch of different things, and I haven't really found one that's really stuck with me yet. So who knows, maybe this is it. I just want to give it a try. So I had some of my friends and just some other people send in some questions, and I thought we could answer them today on the podcast. So the first question we have here is, what inspired you to make a podcast, and or why did you do so? So honestly, I've had this idea ever since the end of junior high, and it always was just something I thought would be cool, but something I never really had the time to sit down and do because of school, and even outside of school I had extracurricular activities, and yeah, I just never really did it. Until 2020 hit, and we were basically stuck inside for months on end. And as weird as it sounds, I know we were all really alone during that time, but I felt like I've gotten closer with so many people. These people I've known for more than 4 years, and I've sat 2 feet away from them in class sometimes, and yet I hardly said a word to them. it took a whole pandemic for me to actually get to know these people. And you know what? They're wonderful. I consider some of them now close friends, and you guys know who you are, and I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for just making my days so much better and making me smile and making me laugh. And it's just really great that I have you guys in my life now. You know, I'm saying all these things and stuff like that, but I think another really big reason of where this all started from, as silly as it sounds, was on Instagram. I made another account where I just thought I would just say silly things or say what's on my mind, and, you know, I never really expected people to listen to them, but little by little I started getting more people just telling me about things, and we would just start conversations, and even with my dumb ideas and silly little videos, like, they would all just be so supportive of me, and I'd like to say thank you to them too. I know this isn't really the proper way. I wish I could see you guys in person and tell you how much, you know, what you said meant to me. Even if it was just a little thing, it literally made me smile so much, and just knowing that you guys would take the time to listen to me, even if it's me blabbering about what's the difference between a Belgian waffle. It means a lot. So thank you guys so much. You guys inspired me so much, and you're the reason why this is a thing. So yeah, thank you. I don't know how I can ever repay you guys, but you guys are just amazing. Moving on to our second question. Our second question is, what is your podcast's topic mainly going to be about? And honestly, I'm not too sure yet. I've gotten suggestions, I've gotten true crime, I've gotten movie reviews, music, stories, everything like that. And I can't pick. I kind of want my podcast to just be about anything and everything, you know? I like having conversations with my friends where we just move from topic to topic and keep switching, and in the end we just try to find our way back home. Hence the name. But as for now, I just kind of want to press record and see where it goes. Of course, some episodes will have topics that we'll mainly stick to. Like for Halloween, I'm planning to do a little spooky podcast, like where we tell ghost stories and things like that. But, you know, it's always free to just get drifted away from the conversation. And I just think that's the fun in it. So our third and final question, and honestly I got this question quite often, so I just thought I'd clear some things up. It's about guests. And yes, earlier I did say that I will be having guests on my podcast. I still have to figure out how that's all going to work, you know, how it's going to come about now that we can't really be in person and things like that. But I will say that I already do have 3 guests lined up for my next 3 podcasts, and they're mainly just like my close friends and just people that I can have really interesting conversations with. Of course, I don't want to leave anybody out, and if you are interested in being a guest on my podcast or being featured in an episode, I'd be more than happy to have you. You know, I'm probably going to have to talk to you directly and things like that. Or if I think that you'd just be a really good fit for an episode topic that we're having, then I'll reach out to you. I also had been getting some questions if people can come on my podcast to promote their business or their music, and although I'm not really sure how that's going to work for now, it's probably going to go something like this if you really do want to, so keep listening. So if you are interested in promoting either your business or your music or anything like that, you'll have to send me at least a 60-second pitch. In that pitch, you can say your name, what your business music is, and where people can find you, and other things like that. After that, you're going to have to send it over to me. I'll link all my things down below again, and I'll decide if it's approved or not and whether it goes into the next podcast. I will be taking pitches the first week of every month, and I will include 1 pitch every 2 podcasts, equaling to 2 pitches every month. If that month is already full, please feel free to try again next time. You can only also promote your business or music once every 2 months. So if you get your business picked and promoted on 1 podcast, you cannot do it next month. I will be oh my god, my voice. Sorry. I will be including your pitches during transitions while I'm talking to guests and things like that. I just feel it's easier that way to, just have it be like a little commercial break rather than keeping you on for the entire podcast. And that basically wraps up the questions for today, and with that wraps up the episode for today. I know it was kind of short, and I know that it was kind of just like an introduction and, clearing some stuff up, but either way, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you stay tuned for the next episode. Oh, by the way, these episodes will be uploaded every Saturday, so make sure to stay tuned for that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it, so yeah, until next time, bye, see you tomorrow, or not tomorrow, oops, whatever, bye, remember to smile.